2,400 affordable units for Texans. Governor Abbott says we're investing big in affordable housing. This is TSN News.
Everyone always asks, what makes Advanced Hair Restoration different? Allow me to share, along with some details on, get this, their once-a-year summer savings event. First off, Advanced Hair stands by their results, and their before and afters are second to none. With Advanced Hair, your own
y'all come on in.
is guaranteed to
Katie and Martin, y'all come on in.
Advanced Hair combines top-rated physicians with modern technology, creating a concierge quality experience. It's
Yep,
hard to find
just
out.
set it right there, that'll be great.
Advanced Hair's
Katie, if you want to get here, Martin, you right here.
regrowing your own natural hair.
And we're on
Next day.
YouTube.
Now, if you have a flexible schedule this summer and you can
Perfect.
wait for that special savings opportunity,
Perfect.
it's here. Advanced
Go look,
Hair's
see.
summer savings event. Will
You're
get
good,
you
Mark.
the most hair for your dollar. It's the best offer ever. For details and
Yeah, that's perfect.
free consultation, call 469-599.
Hi, YouTube. We'll be live here in just a minute.
Your new hair is guaranteed to grow. 469-599-HAIR. For Advanced Hair.
I'm gonna learn how to do all this.
Ghislaine Maxwell meets for a second day today at the U.S. Attorney's Office in Tallahassee. The Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche.
To a degree.
It is not known what they discussed yesterday or what they will talk about today, but it is certainly related to the
There's
potential
one that I
release of
loaded that I
files
need to
in the
delete.
Jeffrey
I
Epstein
think it's deleted
investigation.
itself, thank goodness.
Concession workers
So
at
at least this
Boston's
will be
Midway
up running.
Park may be going on strike today. The union that represents Aramark workers at the ballpark is demanding better pay. August 1st.
We're on. I like it. Okay.
Trump says the tariff deadline is now.
We're
firm.
definitely
He's
on.
hoping a few more actual agreements can be made as Wall Street in particular keeps an eye
So,
on a potential agreement with
With all
China.
the equipment I set up when I
I'm
do the
Kristen
game,
Hayes, and this is
I have
TSN
a-
News.
I have an application that I run YouTube off of. And I can schedule a game, and I can just go around there and click and start the video. You can't do that on iPad. So, I just have to kind of remind everybody, just when it, that's why I try to go on a couple minutes early, so everybody that's subscribed to it, it'll give them a notification when it comes on.
Quick and clean a call today, 758-3923 for quality service.
We're steady moving. I'm pretty good with technology. We're steady moving to the point where it's leaving me behind.
Northwest 21st in Seminole.
Man, technology did not make us.
Welcome to Hometown Pride.
This is us. Here we go.
Spotlight activities for students and staff
Hi,
at
YouTube.
Seminole ISD, along with local activities and things around the area. And as always, nothing here is free.
Welcome to Hometown Pride. Glad you're with us here on KSEM 106.3, KIKZKSEM.com, and on the math problem that is YouTube on Seminole TX Media. So I know you might see two streams up there. The one that's actually live and running right now is the right one. So if you're on, we're glad you are on. Made the move to YouTube because Facebook, for some reason, I guess, they're not making enough money or something. They're deleting videos, trying to create more room on their platform. So, but YouTube is still saving them, so we wanted to make sure we could save the YouTube videos. We have Martin and Katie Van Ziels. How you guys doing?
We're doing just great.
We're doing good.
Sticking with it, huh?
Yep.
Hanging in there.
Gonna be busy a week from tomorrow, huh?
Right.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna have the William Van Ziels Memorial Shoot. What year is this?
The
on this?
11th year.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
11th year?
I think so.
And so that'll be at the Gaines County
Yeah.
4-H Trap and Skeet Club
Mhm.
a week from tomorrow, August 2nd, right? Yep, August 2nd. Looking forward to that. So, tell us a little bit about what's gonna happen, times and how things are gonna work, Katie.
Well, we moved it up. It's 8 o'clock down for check-in,
Okay.
so we can get started really early, and we will go and do 100 rounds. We'll do. I think it's 100. I mean, I don't remember. I think you're going to go through sporting clays and do. I think it's 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, and
Go through multiple rounds.
multiple rounds, yes, and then.
It's 5 shots per station, 10 stations. Generally, there's 10 stations, unless he changes the course.
I got you.
Most of the time, it's 10.
Okay.
And then we'll stop, and we don't give out prizes for first and second and third prizes. We give out guns. There'll be 1 to 10 people. There'll be a gun giveaway,
Okay.
and
1 in 10.
1 in 10. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then we'll have, I think we're having pulled pork. We'll be cooking, Martin be cooking pulled pork, and we'll be having pulled pork, having
Hear
lunch.
that? Whoosh, whoosh. Martin will be cooking. That sounds like my house. Rob will be doing, yes, I understand that.
And then we'll give out door prizes. I've had several that has donated in the past. This year I didn't get out there and get the door prizes, but we've got a lot of door prizes
Okay.
that from the past, and that we will be able to get prizes out. And so
Are you ready for the joke? How do you find a door at a shooting range? Give a door prize at the shooting range? By the
There's a door in the office.
There's a door in the office. We'll take that. I love that because people say it all the time. We say at Freedom Fest we give away door prizes. Where's the door at the park? I was like, we don't have a door. But yeah, I know what you said. That's a cool thing too. Kind of get people involved. So if they want more information, now I know we're going to run it in the Sentinel, and I have information on the briefs in the Sentinel today. And then we're running ads next week. But if you want more information, you can call Katie at 788-0092. And then we've got another list of phone numbers that are on there if you want some more information.
and you can also get on Facebook. I've knocked it on Facebook several times. Martin's knocked it on Facebook,
And I've shared it on ours too.
And so you can get on Facebook and if you can't get a hold of me, leave a message, please.
Okay, so Martin, since you seem like you danced your way through this shooting stuff, how many, are there like divisions? I know you said there's different types. What different types of shooting are we doing?
You're shooting a shotgun
Right,
at a clay target.
right,
Okay, each station will have two clay throwers.
okay.
The one might be stationed here to your right,
Mhm.
one might be stationed way ahead of you and throw a bird that's coming at you, a clay bird.
Right,
The one that's here might be throwing it
across,
away from you.
right,
There'll be some coming crossways, there'll be what they call a rabbit, it rolls on the ground.
there you go.
Some will be coming from behind you maybe.
Yeah.
He changes it up, it's never the same.
And so
It
it's,
changes every year.
and if you're not familiar with shooting sporting clays, it just tests your reflex and your ability, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Vision, reflex,
All that stuff, as we get older, we get worse at.
oh yeah.
People keep on saying, well, I don't know, I'm not very good at it. I said, if you can beat my 10, you can do that.
There you go, there you go. So it is, I mean, it's a neat way to spend an afternoon, and all the proceeds go to your scholarship. So tell us a little bit about the
The
scholarship.
scholarship is for kids that are in 4-H and FFA or in the Gaines County that wants to go to college.
Okay,
We have put it that they need to go to college, and so, and some of them, if
College or
or
a trade
or
school.
a
Or
trading
trade
school,
school,
that's what I
something
fixed
like
it,
that,
or a trading
post
school.
high school education.
Yes,
Yeah, gotcha.
and we give out that, and we give a plaque.
I think it's neat that you do include the fact that you do apply to trade school, because again, that's a big emphasis with not just our school district, but statewide, is the CTE programs and people trying to go into trades.
Yeah.
And obviously, we spend a lot of money on a building that's going up over here at the high school to drive them. And I think it's a cool thing that not everybody's built for a 4-year diploma or a 2-year diploma.
And the application's not just for school, it's for homeschoolers too.
Oh, good.
Yes,
good.
homeschoolers too.
Good,
And
that's
I
a
get
good
that
thing.
information to whoever I need to get the application out to.
And you were saying something about, I didn't mean to interrupt, you said something about trophies, plaques, something like that?
Trophies, plaques, but we usually give out a plaque or something to the recipient, but we're, with their name and everything, it's
Right.
just a memorial. But we may be going to a different direction and
Okay.
do something they can use.
I got you. Instead of getting a plaque that maybe they want to shoot. No, I'm just kidding. No, just go shoot the plaque. No, I understand. No, well, and I know this is from the heart in memory of William, and it's a great way to memorialize William, and I think this is a neat thing, right? And obviously, this is something that kind of keeps that legacy alive, and it helps you, and you guys get to contribute to, further education with
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And I think it's a neat way to kind of keep things rolling, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the t-shirts, right? The little logo, I like that. I'd be worried to wear that out there, I'm afraid they'd shoot me. I mentioned, we were promoting your thing on Dollar Trade, and Dave goes, yeah, I'm afraid to go out there. I said, yeah, you should be, they might take a pot shot at you. Get Dave out there.
Nah,
What?
it's all, we keep the guns pointed downrange.
That's right.
We keep it
It's
very
all very
safe, yeah.
safe. It's all
Brent-
very
Brent-
safe.
Brent Falconberry keeps it very safe out there.
These are jokes, people. These are jokes. Don't take them seriously. These are jokes. Yes, they do keep it safe. So you're gonna start registration at 8 o'clock on
Yes.
Saturday. Okay, and then the shoot will start at 9, and then you're serving lunch after.
And the meal will be provided for a shooter.
Okay, so if you're a shooter, then you get some pulled pork.
Yeah, but we will, there's tickets to be bought, and I think they're $10 a piece
Okay,
for the tickets to be bought if you wanna come out there and eat.
okay, you can come out there and eat and enjoy, and donations gladly accepted, correct?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
very much.
And so please contribute that if you want to. If you can't make it out there and you want to donate, stop by here at the radio station or come see me at the Sentinel. We'll be glad to collect money for that as well and send it to Martin Katie for this. So if you're gonna be a part of it, you can't be there, but you want to donate, you can't get a hold of them, you can always get a hold of me. So drop it off to us over here and we'll make sure that they get it out there to them. So Martin, on these shoots, how long does this usually last? I mean, what are your usual?
It depends how fast the shooters are.
I got you.
A lot of people take their time, have fun, goof around,
Right.
which is perfectly fine.
Right.
This is all to have fun anyway and
Absolutely.
raise a little money,
Yeah.
but generally about 2.5 hours
Right.
roughly.
And-
It just depends on how many people, how fast they shoot.
Right.
You know, sometimes we get a squad with more than 5 people, so it takes a little longer to do
Right.
a station, but all in all, about 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
I'd say, usually we're done 2.5 hours.
Like you said, y'all moved the time up a little bit. Actually, I think that's a good thing, cause
The heat.
that
It
it's
gets-
starting to get hot.
Yeah,
When
last
that-
year it was
When that
so
A
hot.
month shows up, when it shows up,
Yes.
starts getting hot, so.
And also, we just have the AM shoot, we used to have an AM and PM, but now we just have an AM shoot.
Yeah, well, it'll keep things cool, I understand that, I mean, gosh, it's, it's weird that we've been through July and hadn't got to 100 yet, so, I keep saying that, and I keep going, I'm grateful, I'm not griping, I'm grateful, but August and September are coming, and it'll get warm,
Yeah.
so.
Well,
So-
the thing of it is, when you're shooting those guns, those barrels get very hot.
Oh, I can only
You're shooting
imagine.
5 targets in a row, and
Yeah.
they get very, very hot.
Yeah, so
That's
any way you can
another-
regulate temperature,
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense, it makes perfect sense. So we're looking at a week from tomorrow, so it's Saturday, August 2nd, and like I said, Dave's been promoting like crazy on the radio, and we're running the paper, and we're running the briefs in the paper. For all the information you need, phone numbers are available there, they're available on Facebook as well, if you wanna be a part of this. There's no way you can miss it. Get it? That was a shooting reference. There's no way you can, never mind. There's no way you can miss it. There's some people will. They'll call me, when is that shoot again? I'll tell you. But again, if you want to make donations, we'll be glad to take some here at the radio station or at the paper, and we'll get them out there to you. So, anything else that I missed that we're doing?
I don't think so.
Did we nail it all?
Just come out and have fun.
Come out and enjoy and cheer for folks and come get you a sandwich. Come get you a sandwich.
There is some tough competition out there. There's some very, very good shooters out there.
It'd be fun to watch.
Oh, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, so it'd be a neat thing
And
to do.
some of it gets intense, and some guys just have fun, and darn, I missed again.
Yeah.
You know, that's
That-
me.
That would be me. Now, my brother loves to shoot. He would be great at this, but I'd be tearing things up.
I'm just saying, where's the rabbit?
That's
Where'd
right.
that rabbit go?
Let me shoot something rolling. All right, so that'll be a week from Saturday, August 2nd, the William Van Zils Memorial Shoot. So make sure be a part of that. Thank y'all for coming by.
It's at
Appreciate
the
it.
Gaines County Shooting Range.
Gaines County Shooting Range. I
4-H.
went to Gaines County 4-H Trap and Skeet Club. That's at 268 County Road 216 north of town.
North of town.
So type it into your GPS, you'll find it. I can't spell GPS. Give me a paper map, or MapQuest instructions, that's how far we go. But yeah, Gaines County Trap and Skeet Club, a week from Saturday, so make sure and come out and support. Thank you guys for coming, appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
All right, you bet, we'll take a break, and when we get back, Knucklehead Sports Talk, you listen to Hometown Pride.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
thank
you,
you
Rob.
guys, I appreciate y'all. Good luck, knock them out, y'all need anything from me, give me a holler.
All right.
And like I said, if we gather up any money, we'll run down to you. And then there were three of us.
And then there were three. Little thin. Everybody getting that last
It's
vacation.
the only time we're ever staying. I don't know.
McBride's Surprise It All is here for all your oil fields supply needs. They're a distributor of.
Hi, YouTube.
Fixed oil distributor. They have a large inventory.
You get back out there in the morning to walk?
Stuffing boxes. and
Yeah.
loaders, as well as a full service
Every
rig and
morning
shop
I'm
for
trying
your
to
chain, wire, rope, and hose needs.
just keep
McBride
everything-
Supplies It All has over
'Cause I used to
100
play
years of oil
until I was
field experience.
55, I still played full court these days, you know?
Call Hobbs,
And
575-393-5275.
I could probably half court to 8, maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe to
Half court
4,
to 8.
or maybe to 4.
I'll stay back.
As
long as they can take it.
I'll have to cover somebody right on that. But that was the same way I was when I was playing.
Yeah.
I'll cover them later, give me the ball.
You can see our website at jdfence.com.
That's what Eric said all the time we're playing intramurals.
Come by and see us 5 miles north of
He said,
Seminole.
"Just get right off the ball, don't expect to cover."
Road 201C.
Yeah.
JD Fencing.
Gotta have some energy for the offense, man.
That's right.
Can't waste them.
Yeah, can't waste it on my shot.
Wasted all my energy, man.
Welcome to Hometown Pride. Welcome back to Hometown Pride. Glad you're with us. KSEM 106.3, KIKZKSEM.com on the Tribe link.
There you go.
And,
Get it all out.
and on YouTube
Yeah.
at Seminole TX Media. I made the move to YouTube if I can figure out how to use the camera. Landon Sims is here
I'm back. Yep.
to my left. Austin Bates is to my right. And the rest of the room is empty. Dave will wander in a minute, I'm sure. So, David Williams had family issues. Marley had to go to the doctor. We gotta try to keep Marley alive, so we had to send Marley to the doctor. And Hyman retired, right?
Yeah.
This was the thing, Eric retired, supposedly. So, he's at Texas Choral Directors Association convention. And I had to run his paper route last night.
Oh, That's where you're really
That's
mad.
what I had.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, I had to run his dadgum paper route last night, so, but he's at the convention and his badge says retired.
Retiree.
And I remember, I'm gonna tell stories on Eric, he doesn't mind, cause he knows he'll tell the same stories on me. So I started teaching and choir directing in 1988, he was still in college. And we went, when I was at Highland Park, we went to TCDA, and he went as a college rep, and that was my first year, you know, we're like, oh, we're really gonna do great things, blah, 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 blah. And then it got to where, he started here in '89. And so then it got to where, wherever I was, he would drive through and pick me up, and we'd go
There you go.
to convention. And so we went to that convention forever, and we see the old guys with the retired things on and go, golly, I don't think we'll ever make it that far,
Yeah.
will we?
Yep.
You know, and
Imagine.
now he's one of those,
Now
we're
he's
those
there.
old guys.
Yep.
We're those old guys, it's crazy.
It's probably one of those things that he's done forever that if he didn't go, it'd be like throw off your hold.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, it would, yeah, and Aaron's got a little All-Stater down there, a junior high kid that made the TCDA All-State Choir.
Oh, wow.
And so we're gonna do a little feature on him. By the way, paper's out today, get you one. Sentinel, make sure you get you one. It's got a little blue tint to it. I'm gonna apologize right now. I went to pick the paper up last night and the printer was like, hey, it's gonna be a little while. Okay, that's fine. No, you don't understand. Blue ink is everywhere. I said, what do you mean? No, literally, there's blue ink everywhere. We can't stop it. And so he geared it back and those printing presses are so old, there's no YouTube video for a printing
Right.
press. You just gotta try to figure it
Figure it
out.
out.
And he got it gathered together, but the white paper's got a little blue tint to it. He geared it down where we could get it
So you're
out.
gonna say like when we start flipping the pages, it's
Yeah,
gonna have
gonna
all
be a
the
little
ink
blue.
on it.
You have a little
Like-
blue on your
Like
fingers.
wearing a new pair of blue jeans.
That's right. You have a little blue tint. You can still look at it on the phone. You can go to the phone. All you, those folks that are my age and older that wanna hold the paper, I understand that. You can go look at it on the phone. That's what I do at 5:30 every morning
Yeah.
anyways. Not that I haven't read the stupid thing cover to cover already, but
A couple different
yeah.
times.
I always, when it pops up on my
I wonder
email.
what's in the paper
That's
today.
right. I know exactly what's in there. When it pops up at 5:30, I just start scrolling through there, making sure everything, we
Yeah.
still had one misplaced apostrophe. It's lions are plural, there's not possessive, it's just lions, no apostrophe. So besides the blue tent, please ignore the S on the lines. Missy and I'll fix that. We got it fixed. And I'm in the Lions Club. You figure we get that?
Yeah.
Alright.
So, lots of stuff going on. Splash Pad movie coming up,
Nah.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yes. Yeah, I
The
saw
last
that, they
one.
posted it today, and I was like, oh crap, I wasn't thinking about it today, because I was like, I don't have time for that today.
Yeah. No, that's not fitting in the schedule.
No, but yeah, 2 weeks on August 8th, that'll be the last one, and they are showing, Wild Robot.
Wild Robot.
Yeah.
Which
Supposedly
is,
it's a really great movie, I haven't seen it yet. but-
Wild Robot is something I think that happened somewhere when I was in college. Anyway, that's a story for another time. But it was the robot dance.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to have done the robot. So, no, that'll be fun. That's always a fun thing, and so we look forward to that. And of course, like we just mentioned, the William Van Ziltz Memorial Shoot will be a week from tomorrow at the Gaines County Trap and Ski Club. And you know, I think Martin and Katie, it's incredible. They lost William 11, 12 years ago. Great kid. He was really good friends with Blue. And when we did Christmas stuff at the church, they were always the ones that put the Christmas tree together and blah, blah. And it's just hard to believe that we lost Martin so young. I mean, we lost William so young. And, but this is a great way to keep his memory alive. They do this every year. They give out scholarship money, they do all kinds of stuff. And it's a super cool thing. And they're giving scholarships to trade school kids too, which
Cool.
is an awesome thing. So go out and support that a week from tomorrow. The other thing we got coming is a week from today,
Football.
Fall practice
Fall
starts.
practice for everybody.
yeah,
So-
volleyball, cross country, and football. Everybody will start their process. Fieldhouse will officially be open. I think they're actually working out of it right now. And we heard the rumor that the Fieldhouse wasn't gonna be ready
Right.
until like the second or third game. And so they're way ahead of schedule. So it'll be up and operational, and they'll be diving in to get rolling. First volleyball scrimmage will be on August 8th in Idalou. And then, again, they'll host one here Saturday, August 9th, and the first football scrimmage is the 15th. So it is here, folks.
Here it is.
I mean, it's
And then we'll be
here.
crying about, man, where did it go?
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, yeah, once it starts rolling, you're like, okay, then what happened?
Yeah.
And we're already doing that with the summer. Is it hard to believe, though, that
Yeah.
we're already in the later stage of
I mean, it's,
July?
anymore, it just, you look at the schedule, they get out of school at the end of May. So basically, July 4th is the midpoint of your summer, which I've always thought, growing up as a kid, that was the
Right.
midpoint of the summer. But I remember starting school like after Labor Day
Yes.
and still having all of August
Mhm.
and everything.
Well-
And so it just, I get the hours and the changes and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
holy moly. I mean, Danielle's already back at work. She's already been doing, whether it's tuning ed or in the
Yeah.
classroom, or she's doing CPR training, different stuff like that, strength and conditioning, we're helping out with that. So,
Oh, yeah, our coaches don't get summer off. They're
Yeah.
doing strength
yeah,
and conditioning.
she's
every
already
day.
back and working all day. And
Oh, yeah.
Well, you mentioned starting after, I just made the joke about my first year at Highland Park in '88. Literally, my baby was born on Labor Day, so I'd taken this job at Highland Park. I don't know if I've told this story. I took the job at Highland Park, and my oldest daughter, my wife was pregnant with my oldest daughter, and she stayed in San Angelo with my parents, and because the doctor was there. And so I came home from Amarillo for Labor Day, for the Labor Day weekend. I stayed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I left Sunday. I was like, okay. She said, we're not having a baby. Going back, you can go, because I'd already worked out with the superintendent. This was my first ever teaching job.
First job.
And I already worked out with the principal and superintendent. If that baby, just take off and we'll sub you, even
Yeah.
if it's your first day. I drove, this is before cell phones, drove the 6 hours from San Angelo back to Amarillo. Got there, when I got there, the phone was ringing. Had to turn around and drive back to San Angelo. Then September 6th, 1988, my first official day of teaching school, Morgan was born.
Nice.
So 36 years ago. So I missed my first 3 days of school.
Yeah.
And then went back and started the next week. Hey, by the way, I'm your new teacher, and I'm a new teacher. You got a son 3 days. We just had a baby. So, but you're right, it did start after Labor Day.
Yeah.
And it's just now eked its way
Yeah.
into August. And if you look at our friends across the border in New Mexico,
Oh.
they're starting their training next week.
next week, yeah.
Back
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
It's insane. It's crazy. It just eats up. Summer goes quick. Goes real quick. So, also guys, yesterday was our last Thursday or last week without football.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
that crazy?
Yep.
So,
I hate preseason football games.
I agree.
They're worse than watching like the All-Star break or All-Star games.
Oh, there's no doubt.
It's like,
There's no doubt.
ugh.
Are y'all the same way I am? You get so fired up, you're like, okay, it's football. And you turn on the Hall of Fame game, and that first couple of minutes, you're like, okay. And then after like 5 minutes, you're like, why? Why?
Yeah.
So, I get it, I get really into Hard Knocks every year.
Yes.
And so there's a couple of players that you're interested in.
Yeah.
Because you've gone through the Hard Knocks.
Yes, yeah.
And so you're but other than that, no, it's whatever.
Yeah,
Get
you-
out of here.
I'll watch it for the first time this year.
Because the Lions
Well, the
are
Lions are
the only
playing, I mean,
time
that's
Dave's
the only
gonna watch it is
reason.
because the stinking Lions are in it.
Yeah, well, they'll play their guys that they're thinking
Yeah.
about keeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big dogs aren't gonna play.
And that's what all preseason has turned out to.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that, and they're trying to limit. So what did Carol Barnard say? I put a quote from her in the Sentinel. I interviewed the folks who went to coaching school, because I missed going to coaching school, so all the folks that went, I just talked to them and put it in the paper. And she said it's not injury prevention.
Injury reduction.
Injury reduction, yeah, it's injury
Not
reduction.
prevention. Yeah.
Not prevention, it's reduction.
Yeah.
And I like the way she worded that, it's injury reduction. So by not playing the stud ducks, it's injury reduction, we don't wanna get them knocked
Yeah.
around of them.
Yeah.
By the way, did you hear Justin Fields hurt his leg?
Yeah,
I saw that.
dislocated a toe.
Oh, is that all it was?
Dislocated a toe. He had to be carted out
Cart it off because.
for a dislocated toe.
Okay, here's the thing. He says it's just a dislocated toe. I said, is that all it was?
Yeah.
Again, it's like the mild heart attack thing. You know what I'm saying? The definition of a mild heart attack is one that didn't happen to you.
No, I don't know.
If a heart attack happens to you, it's not
Not
mild.
mild, no.
Dislocated toe. There have been multiple times where you've seen high school athletes with a finger pointing the wrong way,
Right.
and a coach
Yeah.
just like, hey, look over there and put it back. And it's a dislocated toe. You
Yeah.
are a grown man, and like not an average human being. You are
Top of
as
top.
close to the superhero as a human
Right.
being will get to, and you have to be carted off for a dislocate. No,
Not
No.
happening.
no.
I mean, we do that all the
Yeah.
time when we're walking around at night and we catch the corner of something with our toe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We know how it feels, but it's like we get to like walk it off.
Yeah.
It's,
Well,
and so, and we talked about some of this last week. I get into this thought process, and everybody wants to argue about it in one way or the other, and you hear all the podcasts about, especially with the NBA, with all the Achilles.
Right.
Well, you go listen to Matt Barnes and
Mhm.
their podcast and everything, and they say it's because we don't do what we used to do. We don't work out. We don't go live anymore.
Right.
Everybody's going into individual drills, and I don't know enough to know the difference. I
Yeah.
just listen to people who should know enough because
Right.
they've done it for all their lives.
Right.
And so, are we reducing serious injury, or are we reducing minor things and leading more into more serious injury?
You know, it's interesting. We are building athletes that, and let's be honest,
Right.
they're all girls too,
Yeah,
bigger,
yeah.
stronger,
Bigger,
faster
stronger,
than
faster.
we
Yeah,
ever
absolutely.
were.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so it's, you gotta wonder at what extent are you taking the human body, number one.
Right.
Secondarily, and I know this makes me sound 107 years old, why in the world are we not wearing high tops anymore? What
Yeah.
happened to high
That's
tops?
a great question. Well, you can't move as well. It
Whatever.
reduces your mobility.
Whatever.
I had
Reduces
to.
your mobility.
My ankles were
Right.
horrible. I had to wear them because
Sure.
not I was.
Do you know what else reduces your mobility? A blown Achilles.
Yeah, this is true.
That really shuts down
This
your
is
ability
Yes.
to move around.
This is true.
And so I know that makes me sound.
Therein lies the
1,007,
rub.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Do I wanna
there's
be able to-
reasons. There's reasons why you impact safety to a degree.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, and you can't just draw a perfect line of correlation to high tops and Achilles. You can't, but you can to the amount of pressure we're putting on
Yeah.
these particular tendons and
Yeah.
whatever that aren't necessarily designed for that.
When I saw a deal about the Achilles, the rise in the Achilles is that there's certain workouts that we're not doing anymore.
Yeah.
And the way we're running and the way we're actually training our legs. And that's what's, I mean, it's, Achilles are across the board, not
Yeah.
just basketball.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
I mean,
You're right.
you
They
see them
popped
in
up everywhere.
football, basketball.
Literally popped up.
But they're saying it's the change in how they're training.
Yeah.
We ain't
Change.
running enough suicide.
Yeah,
Run
you
some
know,
more
bring them tires back
stairs,
down,
maybe.
run some tire
Get
miles,
some-
let's
get
go.
some stairs and some stadium bleachers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'll kill it real
So,
quick.
so there's a guy, and so, you know, you get into the science of it, and nobody wants to hear about it, but there's a guy that runs the Athlete Truth Group, is what he calls it.
Right.
And he talks about how we've trained forever that you don't get your knees over your toes. That was like lifting methods and things.
Sure.
Because you don't want to increase the pressure on the knee through that movement.
Yeah.
And then you look at everyday life when you're walking upstairs or walking downstairs and your knees stay over your toes.
Right.
And so he's like, we've gone away from functional fitness into these specialized things,
Yeah.
and it's hurting our performance and the way our body.
Natural
Trains,
performance.
right.
Yeah, the natural performance of
Yeah.
your body. Again, you're listening to the Science Podcast. No, you're listening to Hometown Pride.
Three guys who probably don't need to be talking
That's
about.
right.
Exactly.
Hometown Pride on KSCM 106.3, on KIKGKSCM.com, and on YouTube at Seminole TX Media. Again, gotta keep going with that. It's interesting to kind of break down how all these things crop up and what happens. The majority of them in the basketball sense have happened either late in the season or in the playoffs. Most of the ones you hear, you don't hear them popping Achilles in the first couple months of the season. And so you've got to think some of it is the wear and tear, the length of
Yeah.
time that they're, you know.
So again, there's two sides of that coin. Is it the wear and tear, or is it because they're not built to wear and tear?
Maybe so.
Because, you know, Achilles never happened before the time of minute restrictions.
True.
And so now we're restricting them throughout the whole season. Then
Yeah.
you get into a 7-game series where you're every other day,
You have
and
to
you're
play.
not built for that
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
You've been restricting minutes and taking back-to-backs off all season.
Yeah.
And now you're in a 7-game series where you cannot take a back-to-back off.
You got to play.
And here you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make Dave's ears perk up. I'll bring up a name that you guys have never heard of. Art Donovan. Dave remembers Art Donovan. He played for the Baltimore Colts, played forever. Think of,
Baltimore Colts.
yeah, that's how long ago it was. That's how long ago it was.
There it is.
Yeah, see, that woke Dave up. Art Donovan played for the Baltimore Colts before they moved to Indianapolis, a long time ago. Was flat top. He'd be on Johnny Carson show all the time. Think of Bob Uecker,
Yeah.
Okay,
but for football.
Okay.
okay.
Art Donovan was an old offensive lineman, and he did all the same jokes that Euchre did for football. And Johnny Carson asked him, because in about the late 90s, we had a big rash of ACL injuries.
Yeah.
And Johnny Carson asked him, Art Donovan, did you have an ACL problem? He said, I don't think I have an ACL. I don't think we had those when I was playing. We didn't have
They
them.
didn't exist.
Yeah, they didn't exist.
Yeah.
So even in that era, and that's when I was cutting my teeth coaching.
Yeah.
And during that time, it was we had men and women. Now it's predominantly in women,
Right.
you see a lot of ACL injuries. But at that time in the 90s, you had all kinds of ACL injuries. And they've kind of gotten better with
Right.
that. And I'm wondering if Achilles is the next thing.
This is the next thing to prop up. It's just
You
working its way
you
down.
train towards the ACL, and then you put extra pressure on that
Yeah.
Achilles. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it's-
I just thought that was hilarious. No, I don't have one of those. So I don't think we
I
have
don't
those.
think I don't think those exist.
Well,
That's also at the same time, you know, you were watching Raiders and those guys were sitting there with broken, you know, they were literally out there with clubs
Yeah.
on their helmet because they broke their arm in practice that Friday or whatever.
and they're gonna cast it up.
Yeah, cast it up
But
and
they're not
go.
missing the game.
There's a story in Detroit about Bobby Lane. Now, Bobby Lane was a Hall of Famer, a great quarterback.
Yeah.
At UT. That's unfortunate, but anyway, he was at UT. But they'd have to bail Bobby out of jail every Sunday morning so he could play football Sunday afternoon.
Sounds like what we used to do with
And
Austin.
then-
Pretty close.
Pretty close. What it was,
I got a story.
the guys that played against him said you could always tell if Bobby, you could tell Bobby was still hungover, he was gonna beat you. If he wasn't hungover, you were gonna beat him.
You're
Yeah,
just saying,
yeah,
good
we did
luck.
that.
That's,
Played better with a couple pops at him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting. Well, I just thought it was an interesting thing to bring up. Is just, you know, the rash we've seen in that. There's some reason for it. And there are people, like you said, the three of us, four of us,
Yeah.
a lot smarter than we are,
Yeah.
to try to figure that out.
So here's a decent segue.
Okay?
Talk about, those are things that would be covered in a coaching convention.
Sure.
explain to us that don't understand it, a coaching convention, because I can't imagine myself being a high school coach and then going to a place and sharing all my hard-earned knowledge and skills and drills with all the other high school coaches in America
They're competing against you.
that are competing against me. Help me understand.
There are a degree of people that think like you.
Yeah,
But I will tell you, Bill Belichick, Nick Saban,
yeah,
I'll go with basketball people too, Coach K, Russ Rose. I got a great story about this.
yeah.
They are the most giving people. They don't care.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Krzyzewski used to say all the time, I used to hear Krzyzewski talk all the time. How do you scout? Do you scout? He said, I don't do much scouting.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm gonna do what we do.
Yeah.
And if what we do execute and we do what we're supposed to do, I don't care what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't spend time doing that. But even if you're doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna guarantee you I can do what you're doing better than you can. And so they really overshare, all of them, and they want, I know this sounds weird, but they want better competition all the way through. They feel like it raises the level of the
So
game.
like, if you can get to where I'm at with your
Yes,
coaching ability, that just drives me harder to get better.
to
what
get
I'm
better
doing.
at what I do.
I can understand that if I'm Nick Saban, and I'm Nick Saban 12 years in,
Yeah.
and I've beat everybody.
I've got a full ring of
Yeah,
national championships.
what am I doing, right? Like, of
Yeah.
course I can do this better than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are a bunch of high school coaches, some of them probably early in their
Right.
career, and those may be the ones that are learning more than
Right.
that are teaching.
Well, you get,
but
there's creative things too. Okay, here's another example. We all have egos,
of course.
Right.
okay? I took a twist on Dean Weist's corner offense that he ran at Levelland for a million years, won
Yeah.
5 million state championships.
Mhm.
I took a little twist off what he did and
Yeah.
made it kind of my own, and it worked.
Yeah.
And I had people asking me, hey, what is that? And so you sit at the table with some coaches, and you have the sugar packets, and you show them.
Yeah.
And you get the salt shakers, and you
Yeah.
move it, and you show them. He's like, yeah, by God, I was smart enough to figure this out.
Yeah.
And so there is,
Let me show you what I know.
so there is a sense of ego there that
Yeah.
people are asking you, how did you do that?
Right.
But I'll just go back to what Bob Phillips said. He said Tom Landry was such a good coach, he could take his and beat yours, and he could take yours and beat his.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And so I don't think you're giving away secrets, really, because the secrets go to the grave. It's like
Yeah.
my wife giving out the taco soup recipe.
Right.
Okay, she gives the taco soup recipe to everybody. Well, it doesn't taste like yours. Yeah, there's one ingredient. I'll never give you.
There's something-
I'll never give you that one. I'll give you all the ones, but that one, I'm not gonna give you that one.
That one spice packet.
And
relabeled.
there are
Yeah.
coaches that do that. They'll give you 95% of what they do, but there's
Yeah.
5% that they're gonna keep because it's unique to them. But not all.
Right.
Most coaches I've ever been around
Yeah.
are the most giving, the most helpful. I'm in the district, my first year as a head coach. I'm 1997
Yeah.
at Lamesa. I'm in a district with Friendship, who was still 4A,
Yeah.
Levelland, and Plainview. Danny Wren from Seminole at Plainview had won 2 state championships.
Yeah.
Dean Weiss had won every state championship in 1,000 games. And Friendship had Sam Tipton, who was coaching them, who is now the head of the Texas Girls Coaches Association, has won everything you go in. I'm trying to beat these 3 guys. If I come in 4th, I'm through.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Right
saying? And then
on.
Estacado's the other team in the district.
Absolutely.
And I'm scared to death. So I called Dean. I called Dean at Levelland. He gives me everything in the sun. Here's what I would do if I was you. I've watched this program, blah, blah. Here's what you should do, blah, blah. I called Danny. Here's what I think you should do. I called Sam. Here's what I think you should do. We got better
Yeah.
from them. Now, they weren't thinking little old Mesa's
Yeah,
gonna beat
they
us.
weren't worried about
No, but it made us better. It made our kids better.
Yeah.
I had a couple kids go play college ball that probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But they were very sharing. And I think it goes, you bring up a great point, because an athlete's mentality is,
Yeah.
I'm a competitor and I want you to know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna keep every competitive edge I got.
Every advantage. I
That's
get.
why it's so unique that you are a teacher/coach.
Yeah.
Because as a teacher, you naturally want to teach,
Absolutely.
whether it's kids or
Or
adults or anybody, you want to teach.
Yeah.
And I still find myself in that mode. You're built to explain and help. And look, I stole out of bounds plays from Marcia Sharp.
Yeah.
And when I was coaching volleyball, I had never coached volleyball before. I called Russ Rose at Penn State. He had just won the national championship.
Yeah.
And so I took the job in Comfort, and I just emailed and called him. I was like, look, I took a 2A volleyball job. I don't know what to do. He said, first off, you're an idiot. He said, secondly, give me your email address. I'll send you every drill I got. And he sent me everything. So I'm in a 2A school
Yeah.
in the Hill Country, and we're running Penn
Penn
State
Penn
stuff.
State drills.
And the first year we're there, we go to the regional tournament.
There you go.
You know?
And that's a great explanation for it, and I can almost see it. Then I go back to what was the inception? Like, how did you get people on board originally?
it.
Yeah, I think it just goes from naturally being a teacher. Blue mentioned my son, Blue, who went to coaching school. Paul Page was running
Yeah.
a workshop there,
Yeah.
and Blue went to Paul's workshop. Of course, Blue already knows,
Yeah.
because everything Paul did, Blue does, you know? Be like he and Tanner would go, well, yeah, we've seen this, you know? So, but he added some twists to some things, and Blue's like, oh, I never thought about doing it that way. And so it really it helps you all up your game. Eric is a prime example. Eric's at a convention right now. Do you not think there's 5 million young choir directors following that long-haired idiot around? You know, just saying, hey, what did you do here? Hey. And it happens all the time. They call him all the time. He voluntarily goes, in fact, he told me, there's a chance he's gonna have to deliver the level in paper sometime.
Okay.
He said, they just hired a young buck who doesn't know what he's doing. He's gonna have trouble.
He's not-
Choir director.
Yeah.
He said, that'll give me a chance to stop by and help him.
There you go.
Does that explain to you kind of the thought process?
Yes, I would feel that same way if I had just retired.
Yeah.
That would give me an outlet to
But see,
To continue that, yeah.
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 but these people do it right when they're in the middle of it.
in the middle of it, they're better people than me.
Dude,
They're better people
well,
than I
I'll
am.
tell you, this is so interesting that you brought this up, and I know we're nerding out a little bit, but Amanda Kirkpatrick is gonna bring in an outside coach
Yeah.
to run a workshop for her. That will be great.
Yeah.
I used to do it all the time. I would call like bigger schools. I'd be like, hey, will you come workshop my kids?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And they teach you while they're teaching
Right.
those kids. You're like, God, maybe I should be
Yeah,
doing
maybe
that.
that.
And so it just,
That looked great. Maybe I'll try that.
you know, you hear this thing, you know, a rising tide raises all the ships.
Yeah.
And I really think that the best coaches want the best competition. They don't want to win every game 70 to
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
That does nothing for their kids. That does nothing for their juice. That competitive juice
Yeah.
is when it's a tight game.
Yeah.
How competitive is the juice when you're winning 70 nothing? Again, I was coaching JV, and Levelland beat us. I mean, we were down 48 to nothing at half and lost like 85-4, and I was glad we scored 4.
Yeah.
But that same bunch of girls 3 years later was ahead of Levelland at 98 at the half.
Yeah.
And they beat us by 20 in the second half. But we were ahead of them at half,
Yeah.
and they went on to win state championship. You know, so you get better. I mean, I really think it's a unique. That's a great question. I never even thought of it from those terms, because I've just been used to, since I was 22 years old, going to these conventions and learning things.
Yeah.
And going to workshops and going and talking with our coaches and, hey.
I first heard about it, and I'm like, there's no way.
Okay, there's times that we're all sitting there, coaches sitting in restaurants or bars, whatever, and hanging out, and I'm just going, my 1-4 press pick sucks. It just sucks. What is it
What
that
do
you
you
do on
do?
so-and-so?
Yeah.
Well, I always try to, I try to run from the middle out instead of, oh, I never thought about that, you know? If you have a problem, you're a phone call away from help.
Yeah.
Which I think is neat, you know? Yeah,
But I also think it takes a good coach to realize, hey, I've got an issue. Let me reach out to someone that might have a better answer. I think a good coach would be willing to accept that too.
Let me give you a sample too of what younger coaches run into.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first to admit, happened to me some, because I have a music degree, I've been on the air, I've been on stage, there's a little ego there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ego there.
Yeah.
And so I can figure this out, I don't need any help.
By God.
I'm smart, I can figure this out, I don't need any help. Then you get your lungs handed to you, and you ain't as smart as you think you are. And so then you learn to be collaborative,
Yeah.
you learn to be, and you listen to your assistants more, and you listen to your kids more.
Yeah.
You know, and you become a little more collaborative. And I think those folks that are successful are unbelievably collaborative. Now, when the line's drawn,
Yeah.
somebody has to draw the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the most successful ones are unbelievably collaborative. Again, we'll tease about Saban, but he brings on, you know, Kiffin.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sarkisian.
he's going after the big
Yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
the best guys in that
Yeah, you
position.
got Belichick coaching tree out there.
Right.
And, you know, and
Being collaborative is part of it, but I think it's an emotional intelligence too, of being able to turn loose of yourself
yeah.
and try to coach. I learned so much, and I know everybody's like, y'all just go to San Antonio party. Well, that happens too,
Yeah.
but and I won't tell a story. The first time I met Try and hanging out with Leland Bearden and some other guys, all who have been here, and Dickie Fott, all who have
Yeah.
been here, when I was singing at karaoke bar in Austin, but we'll just leave that there. But, we.
On or off 6th Street, no.
It was on 6th Street and I was singing Prince.
There you go.
There we go.
So they were like, we're gonna let Rob sing. So, yeah, but that's how we all met.
Yeah.
I met, Try's first job was at Denver City in 1997, and mine was at Louisa in 1997. We played each other. That's where I met Try Danley.
Yeah.
And then he ends up here coaching my daughter. Isn't that weird?
Right.
So there's always a network,
Yeah.
you know, and you just, it's a neat thing. And I know it's people all the time will talk about, you know, coaches are bizarre, this or that, whatever, and they're very standoffish or whatever, and they don't want to hear from parents, blah, blah. Well, there's a reason you don't want to hear from parents, because, again, there's a parent, we've all been parents. You have a singular focus.
Yes.
They have a multiple focus.
Right.
You know, they gotta do what's best for all of them.
Yeah.
And if your little turkey can help them, great. And that's what I always told my little turkeys. Be one of those that can help them.
Yeah.
If you're one that's hurting, you're gonna go sit over here. Be one of them that can help them. So, I don't know. Thanks, that's a good distraction. But, but yeah, I mean, same thing as I go to choir conventions. Eric and I learned so much from these older guys,
Yeah.
and they would come click. I was at Lakeview with a great choir, incredible choir, and I was too dumb to help them. I was trying to help them, and Robert Stovall, who's the god of choir directors around here, who taught Eric and I everything we know. We were about to go to contest, and I called Robert, come work in my choir. So he came and worked with them for about an hour.
Yeah.
And he was just ripping into him. And when he finished, he said, you guys are incredible. And he pointed at me, I want to see you in your office.
All right.
And he took me in there and wore me out. He said, you're killing them by doing this. You'll make a one-up contest if you do this.
Yeah.
If you keep doing this, I will come back here and whip your tail.
Yeah.
Just collaborative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I think, he said, you kids are fantastic. I want to talk to you in there.
There's a singular problem there.
Yeah, it's this tall, skinny boy in front that's screwing you up. So, you know, it's cool to have those relationships. I think it is. And it's at every level. You go to college where, I mean, these media days, you think these guys are in the back with a piece of paper? They're not using a phone. They're in the back with a legal pad saying,
They're all going to Joey McGuire and say, dude, where can I get a donor?
Yeah, exactly. How do you work that 28 million out?
is that how it's saying?
It's greatness. I have a feeling I'd be the guy in the back with the legal pad, and I'd be drawing it. And I'd leave that one piece out of the rest of it. I'd be throwing it completely off.
Why is this not working?
Yeah.
You go this way.
Yeah.
Why is this not working? Well, you don't have a 6'8" guy that can, okay, you're right. I don't have that 6'8" guy to make that
Right.
work. That's another thing too. You can have the greatest plans and the greatest decisions and the greatest program, but if you ain't got the Jacks and Jills,
Oh, yeah.
you gotta have the Jacks and
Yeah.
Jills. If you don't have them,
Yeah.
you know.
You can try to rely on a system, but if you ain't got the
And
cons
you
to
win,
fit the system.
and you can win a lot of games with the system.
Yep.
But if you want to win championships,
Yeah.
you want to move on, you better have some folks.
Yep.
And that's the thing we're trying to build is
Yeah.
folks. So, no, that's a great point. And in a dead time of year, thanks.
Yeah.
That gave me a little something to.
A little spark.
Well, yeah, and you know, I mean, in your line of work,
Yep.
don't y'all research things that you need to do?
Oh, definitely.
Sales and
Yeah.
things like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
You know,
I've
you're
got it.
constantly looking for things and angles to get better and you look at people that have been successful in your field, and you're like, holy man, what do you do?
Yeah, we're constantly trying to steal from the competition.
Yeah.
Right? We're always trying to see what they do,
Right,
but I don't think anybody's reaching across the aisle going, hey,
willingly doing
how'd
that.
you do that?
And see, and to me, that's the difference between teaching
Yeah.
and just flat out, you know,
Yeah,
because even in this field in radio, a lot of the stuff I do, I stole from other guys.
yeah,
And gals.
right,
I stole from other people that were really good at this, and ask questions and pick their brain, and then you make stuff that works for you.
yeah.
It has to be a direct reflection of your personality.
Yeah, we're heavy on building the people that come up, you know, in our group, right?
Right.
If you're in my field, if you're in my team, if you work for my company, I'm gonna build you up. I'm gonna make you the best there is.
Right.
But I'm also to the point where I've been doing this for 20 years. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Right.
Why am I gonna give that to you the easy
No,
way?
Yeah.
All the knowledge.
If I'm,
Well, part of it also is a parenting skill, because you're looking at, you're going, I don't want my kids to have to go through that.
yeah,
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to show you the landmines, and you keep running into frickin' landmines. But, I'm trying to show you where the landmines are. But it's an interesting point that you bring up, and you bring it from a mentality of business.
right,
And yes, there's no bigger business in sports.
Right.
But those guys at one time, go back to what Belichick said his favorite deal was when he was teaching and coaching way back in high school.
Yep.
That's where you learn to love this, is when
Yeah.
you were teaching. And so they're always in the process, and they spend all day teaching players.
players.
They don't mind teaching coaches too.
There you go.
I mean, I think it ties together. That's a great point, and you learn so much.
Yeah.
People that don't go are hurting themselves.
Missing out.
Yeah, there's so much you can pick up.
Yeah, I know Danielle loves, I mean, she's very adamant about going to the swimming coach.
Yeah.
You know, she's always going to that one.
It's a little thing you
So
pick
just,
up.
Yeah, it can make a huge difference, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's why I'd have a hard time doing it.
And in all honesty, I was a basketball guy, all I did was basketball, and I high jumped.
Yeah.
And so I had a pretty good technique, but I had the ability to jump. I had pretty decent technique. When I actually went and learned high jump technique, I said, God, if I'd known that, I'd jump 7 feet.
Yeah.
If I'd have known that,
Yeah.
I could jump 7
Yeah.
feet. So then consequently, when I started coaching high jumpers,
Yeah.
I used my personal experience and then what I'd learned, and then I get a kid like Javon that I had at Comfort, and he did jump 7 feet.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, yeah, and so you just kind of glue all that together. Golly, got off on a rant here, didn't we? But yeah, it's interesting that's a really cool conversation that you kind of steered us into. I like it. So we've got, next week, we're gonna have someone here from, Seminole Strong, because that's coming up August 6th, so we wanna make sure to push that. That's a big thing that our community does.
Huge.
And great thing for back to school, and so we're looking forward to that. So make sure that you, if you're a part of Seminole Strong, or you want to be a part, folks at First Baptist are running all kinds of stuff with that. So make sure you can jump in and be in the middle of that, and it should be a good thing. And folks, when we're here next week, as soon as I get done with this, I'm gonna go out and start taking pictures of 2-a-days to go in a paper. So it'll be time for me to put my sports writer hat on.
I won't be here. I'll be moving my niece into TCU. She starts her master's program.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Gotta move her up to Fort Worth and throw her with a bunch of frogs.
Try to get them in with the frogs. Are y'all done playing?
No, of course not.
No, I didn't
No.
think you were.
We got Abilene Christian Team Camp this weekend,
Okay.
and then we'll pick up a couple more things here and there.
As you roll through?
Yeah, it won't be as dramatic as it's been the
Yeah.
last couple of months. but
Well, yeah,
it'll
because you got kids volleyball too,
Yeah.
so yeah, it won't be as, and by the way, look forward to that, Amanda Kirkpatrick and her crew, they've built a new club outfit, this Rise Up thing is gonna
Yeah.
be great, they're building a full club thing, they have been working all summer, you've seen some work going that direction, so we're excited to see how volleyball's gonna roll, then obviously with football this year, holy smokes. The sky's the limit with these guys, now they've got some roadblocks.
Yep.
But, with the talent and everybody that come back, it should be fun.
That first game's gonna be, again,
The first one.
first one last year was all we could talk about for a while. Now, I mean, it's right back at it.
It's gonna be the same thing, and it's gonna be at their place.
I have been impressed with how ready our football coaching staff has been able to have the guys ready. I mean,
Early.
early.
Yes.
I mean, you don't want to peak too early.
Right.
And you always worry about that.
But you wanna be
But
ready.
you want to be ready, and these guys, they have been ready.
Yeah.
First game of the season, and it's not like we've been playing chumps.
Right.
but they're ready to go.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
It's
It's one of the
impressive.
more impressive things is how early they have them ready to go.
Look forward to it, and we're Hometown Pride all the way through August till the 29th. Then the 29th, we are out at the Corner Store Travel Center eating burritos and picking games, and we get to
I
drag
was about to say, you
Austin.
get to join us this year for that one.
Try that out.
Austin gets the
Yeah.
initiation by fire, and supposedly
Keep
Dave
your
has-
seat, because everybody's a creature of habit there.
Yeah.
They got that seat that they want to sit.
don't sit down in Greg Pointer's seat.
Yeah.
Don't sit down in
Try's,
Shelley's seat or
yeah.
Try's seat. You'll have a fight in your hands. Dave just sits wherever he wants to, walks in front of the camera, grabs.
Doesn't make any difference.
We start the show. Dave stays here at the station
Yeah.
to make sure we're on the air, and
Yeah.
he comes wandering over
Yeah.
there. And we're about 10 minutes of the show. Well, Dave's here. So yeah, no, picking show's a lot of fun. So
I
we're-
got Guido back again. Guido
Guido.
full-time this year.
I like
it.
Yes, he's gonna help.
You gonna bring your trophy? Make sure we get the.
Yeah, Landon's got us a trophy. Got us
Oh,
a
he
toilet
did, yeah.
trophy.
Yeah.
Landon did that?
Yeah.
I've got.
We'll stick dollar bills in that for
Well,
whatever reason.
he and Dustin gave me a gift, for two.
You gotta wear the first day.
I've got to wear it the first day. I have. I've got plans for that.
It's an Ohio State shirt. Yes. Dave wearing for something from Ohio State might
State.
burn his skin off.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't been able to kill Dave yet. That might
That
kill
might
him.
That might do it.
That might kill him. A key word in the sentence is
No.
yeah.
It's like
No, I
the
got
Darlick and Cross.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for the show. Dave's give us the cutoff sign because we got to do advertising. But thank you for being on Hometown Pride. We're gonna stay on YouTube all the way through, so that way you know, no matter what we do on video, it'll be on YouTube and won't be on Facebook. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
See you.
Well, you got me wound up. You did that on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is the unique thing. You gotta hit the X. Are you sure you want to end streaming? Yes.